Alright guys, Brian with Buffalo Beer Reviews. I'm trying to pump out videos as much as I can today, but my GoPro is not cooperating with me. It's really frustrating. Anyway, we're gonna keep this train rolling. And I don't know if you guys remember, I did Sloop's No Pumpkin IPA back in October-ish, maybe September. I'll leave a card up to that review if you'd like to see that. Anyway, I think that was maybe like the first wave of, I think, Sloop maybe expanding their brewing volumes and distribution sort of patterns, because we have gotten an array of Sloop brews in Buffalo recently, and they've been really nice. And I picked up the Pixie Dust Double Dry Hopped IPA Special Edition from Sloop, and I loved it. And I figured, I know they're not a Buffalo brew, they're from Elizaville, but this was a quality, and I think you're going to be seeing this around town more and more frequently. And if you do, maybe you'll be able to recall the little preview on Buffalo Beer Reviews and make an informed decision. This is a 6% ABV with no IBUs, brewed and canned by Sloop right off the can. Bright and Magical Double Dry Hopped India Pale Ale. That's about it. From Untapped, though, it's a little bit different. Nope, it's the same. Bright and Magical Double Dry Hopped India Pale Ale. Anyway, I'll tell you right off the bat, I have found some really, really nice, like, goodiness on the, is that even a word? On the bottom of this can. It's one of those things, if you're pouring it in increments, maybe you have like a Tehu glass that might only hold 10.5 ounces or 13 ounces. Once you finally empty this out into the can, you're like, whoa, where'd that come from? And I will tell you, it does add a bit of smoothness and complexity to the beer that, I think is all in its benefit. And I wanted to tell you that even before I opened it, because I want you to get the best experience for the can that you can get. You know what I mean? Spend probably a little bit of money on these 4-packs, and I want you to enjoy it as much as possible. And if it took me an oopsie can, it took me an oopsie can. No big deal. So let's get this into a glass. And I'm gonna try to pour it slowly so I have enough room to get all of that without getting ahead, to get all of the can into the glass. That's not gonna cooperate. Even though I did rotate it nicely, this is what I was expecting it to look like. And it's all about that creamsicle looking brew, right? You've got this really great creamy yellow sort of body to it. I can see it's well carbonated. I don't know if that's going to play into the video. Ever so bits of nice little faint floaters, just like a gritty thing. And you've got that, finger and a half's width of like that tight, packed, premium looking head. It's great. And then when you put your nose on it, it's almost the same thing. It's almost like a creamsicle sensation. You get these really great, faintly sort of, they're kicking you in the nose gently sort of vibe. But it's grapefruit, it's tropicality, and it's grassiness. But not a danky grassiness, but just like a grassiness. They didn't really get into what kind of hops were in this. I couldn't really find that out. But, if it was a Sitmo Superstar, I could play ball with that. Oh, there you go. There you go. Do you see that? See all the floaters in there? That's all on the bottom of this. When I take another couple of sips, I'll refill this beer. But yeah, the aroma. You can really appreciate the double dry hopped bite even from the aroma. It's really nice. So let's get into this thing, right? Yeah, this is all sorts of different from the other IPAs that I have been drinking today, right? This is really bright. This is really enthusiastic when it comes to its sort of hop profile. It wants to be tropical. It wants to be tons of grapefruit. It wants to be, you know, that light tropicality to it. So it's bright. It's thin. It's kind of, it bounces right off of your tongue. Does that make any sense? It's light. I think that's why I think it bounces off of your mouth so easily. It's got that really great sort of double dry hopped kind of backbone to it, which is really, it makes it really nice to drink. So there you go. You've got all of the can in there. It's got these great sort of sedimentary sort of profile, hazy, cloudy floaters, and it's the special edition, I guess. You know what I mean? I haven't had the original Pixie Dust, but this DDH and this special edition have done me right. Yeah, I think the grapefruit, there's no mistaking. That is absolutely the star of this show. But I think the grapefruit with whatever kind of vibe they're doing, whether it's the mosaic, I don't know if it's a galaxy or a citra sort of delivery to the citrus sort of hop flavor, but they do a great job with it. I don't know what they dry hopped it with either, but that would be really good to know. Anyway, I got this at the same place I got the Collective Arts IPA number 7. I got it at Premier Gourmet on Maple and the Boulevard. Got it back in the refrigerator, not on the shelves. You got to go into the refrigerator. And it was really easy to pick out. There was a couple of different sloops there. There was a ton of single cuts. There's a ton of this, that, the other thing. This, if you can't tell, this is a great beer. It's so good that it would warrant me going and getting this again. I've read a couple of different opinions on Untapped about this, and not all of them have been pleasant. Not everybody on Untapped would want to have this again, and I really have to ask yourself, you know, why? Like, this is a wonderful beer, very nice. The aftertaste is light and bright. There's really nothing to the aftertaste. The burp is fine. It's clean. It's crisp. Geez, it's 6% too. You have to remember too that this is a 6%er. It's not over the top. It's not some sort of ridiculous looking sort of IPA. 6%, real easy to drink. This is coming in as an American IPA. There's nothing New England about it, and you know, I'm always saying the opposite. I think things are labeled New England that shouldn't be labeled a New England. Honestly, if they wanted to label this a New England, I could totally play ball with this. If you're from Buffalo, I think this is a very, maybe an early cousin, maybe like a first cousin, maybe a second cousin to Wombat by Thin Man. Trial by Wombat. This is a very close Trial by Wombat sort of profiled beer. And if you like Wombat, then you can kind of get the vibe as to what I'm thinking about with this beer, really. But that's it for me, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video as much as I enjoyed making it. I'm just kind of trying to get through the refrigerator without these beers kind of going bad, and I want to get them out to show you guys. So I appreciate you guys watching and leaving me thumbs up and comments and all that good stuff. So I will see you guys in the next one. Cheers.